Welcome to Earthy Goddess Mama. It is the 7th of September, Friday, 2018, and I'm here today for your daily tarot reading. As I say every day, this is a completely general reading. I'm just feeling into the astrological energies and then grabbing the tarot. And today we have Osho Zen Tarot today, and just seeing what other messages are around. But if you've been guided here today, there could be a message here for you. But there's nothing really serious going on here. Just take what you want from it, leave the rest, yeah? So the moon's moved into Leo, so we might feel more dramatic, maybe more confident in expressing ourselves. We've just had Mercury in Leo, and that gave us the ability to confidently, express, be playful, show our charismatic side, really express ourselves. In our own beautiful uniqueness, our inner childhood essence in a cheerful way. So emotions are going to take on more of a joyful, cheerful tone. We're going to be more willing to open up and take chances with this game of life that we're all playing. So when your ego needs are being met today, when you're feeling cherished and respected, you're just going to flow. But there could be some outbursts if you're unaware of your own tendency to be triggered by the way people treat you. If we're still getting triggered by the way people treat us, then there's so much more inner work to be done. And today, I guess it's all of this combined. Saturn going direct allows for clarity and just more practical, grounded movement forward. So, and this can be on every level of our life, but because it's in Capricorn, it's about ambition. It's about moving forward with your goals and visions and where you want your life to be, what kind of structure you want to create for yourself. Breaking free from old outworn rules and traditions. Yes, this is a Uranus and Taurus energy as well. Things are coming to light. Monsanto, pharmaceutical companies, just having a couple in today. And I think this is why I'm working in retail at the moment. With tourists coming in, I get to touch so many different people, and it's truly, I feel so grateful and humbled by it. I feel humbled by people listening. And actually, being listened to is just a really beautiful thing, isn't it? We take it for granted as humans that, what we value the most is people valuing us. But you can only get to people valuing you. And this is what I'm talking about with being triggered. If you feel like your ego needs aren't being met, if you are, still looking outside of yourself for, for someone to, getting value from someone else listening to you, it is a natural thing for us to do. But if we are listening to ourselves, if we're listening to our inner guidance, if we are trusting in where we've been guided to go, so we are living from example, we're listening to our own inner wisdom, and we're listening to the divine, then we're going to attract that from others as well, because what comes out of our mouth is going to touch the soul in them, and so they're going to be obviously more receptive because their intuitive guidance are going to be guiding them to listen. So that's why we're here. We're here to be open, receptive conduits for the divine, so then we can, connect on that level. We can connect heart to heart, and we can understand that we're here for each other. We're here to help and support each other. We're here to lift each other up in unity, not in separation, not in conflict, not in competition. So be mindful today with the moon in Leo. Be mindful of your triggers and really sit with yourself and lead on to healing your inner wounds, because we have Saturn, I think it's squared Chiron, Saturn squared Chiron, Saturn squared Chiron, Mars sextile Chiron. So It's that energy of moving forward. What's stopping you? Is there some authority wound, this narrative that's playing out in your head that you're not good enough, you need to play small, you don't deserve success, you don't deserve love, you don't deserve to live an uncompromised life? I mean, where did these beliefs come from? Where are these stories? Because, you know, Sun in Virgo can be all about, perfectionism and self-criticism. And if we do have those narratives playing out in our life from, you know, prior conditioning, parents, just whoever was an authority in your life, whether it's, you know, out of society even, but Uranus and Taurus is here to break all that down, for us to find our own way home through understanding that we are our own authority. We can trust ourselves. We need to honor our own individual piece of truth and inner wisdom. That's why we're here. That's what we're here to do. And then once we reach that, and we've learned from experience, and we've gained wisdom, and we're embodying that wisdom, we're not just, you know, being a preacher, we're actually walking our talk. Yeah. That's when people are more receptive to you. So the Sun in Virgo trine Pluto in Capricorn, it's the light shining on renewal and healing. It's a potent, grounded day filled with personal empowerment, positive change if you choose wisely in handling this energy. How do you handle this energy? It's Capricorn's the devil in the tarot. Be love today. Give love, feel love, be open to love. Be warm and generous with your loving nature today. We're just here for each other. I had this, like I started this story before and didn't finish it. This beautiful couple come in today, and I asked them if they wanted tea, because we serve organic, certified organic herbal teas that we blend and package in the store, and they said, no, I'm too full, I'm already really bloated, my tummy's feeling really sore. And I said, oh, and I questioned her about it, long story short. Anyway, you know, the doctors just wiped their hands of it. I can't help you. They've given her enough drugs to mask the symptoms. But, you know, nothing was getting better. And I just spoke to her and told her what worked for me, and that I'm into holistic health, and it's about emotions, and it's about some foods that don't agree with you, and it's about old wounds, and it's about numerous things. And they were receptive. They just wanted to feel good, and following Western medicine wasn't helping them feel good. They were feeling terrible. They were sad. They had no energy. They weren't playful. They weren't, you know, in touch with the beauty of life. And this is what's happening with us. This is what's happening with the food we're eating, the air we're breathing. You know, I could go into how many different elements are affecting us in our environment, but at the end of the day, we're responsible. We get to choose what we ingest. We get to choose what we think. We get to choose. And we can blame society all we want. We can push against and resist and go on and on about how they did this and blaming others for this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we've chosen this life, and we've chose to live it. If you think about the planet and, you know, the power that we actually have as creators, I know that we all, you know, I'm hearing a tree is as tall as its many branches, but not all God's children get the same chances. So yeah, we need to take responsibility for our lives, but I'm hearing that song because we're not all I live in paradise. I live in a magical bubble here. I am so grateful for that. But I didn't always live here, you know, but I listened and I followed guidance, and yeah, I took wrong turns, and I, fell off path and I did some crazy things, but ultimately life has led me here. And so I guess if you're in a place you're feeling into that structure of your life and you're feeling like the foundations, it's not where you want to be, it's not what you value, it's not what you dreamed of, then you really need to sit and try and understand that you can change it. It depends on your vibration, it depends on your dreams, it depends on the stories you're telling yourself. If you love the stories you're telling yourself, and if you love where you are, then keep telling them. But if the stories you're telling yourself are keeping you stuck in this insular place, in this place that you don't want to be, then isn't it time to tell a new story? Isn't it time to let go of old wounds? Isn't it time to transform yourself into what you dream of? Because I've pulled 2 cards already. It's enough. That's just what I was guided to say through the astrology and just through what was being told for me to say. It was a bit of a rant, I'm sorry. Past lives. So this is conditioning. This is karmic lessons, yeah? What karmic lessons do we have to learn? What are we here to learn this lifetime? And are we learning them? Are we really illuminating our patterns? Are we really getting to the heart of why we have all this particular karma in our life at the moment? Why all these good things are happening to you, or why all these challenging things happening to you at the moment? We all go through those fluctuations in life, but it's up to us to really sit with it. See everything as lessons and learn from it and get wiser. And this is guidance. This is the 3 of Pentacles. This is the 3 of Rainbows. This is collaboration. But I'm hearing collaboration with the divine. Trusting that there's always divine right order, that no matter what is going on in your life at the moment, it's going to lead you to your greatest good. We've always got to look back. Don't look back in anger, as Liam Gallagher said. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Yeah, don't do that. Look back at the beauty. Look back at the gift of the lesson that was learned, no matter how hard it was. And there's a lot of communication, but it's grounded. These 2 come through at the same time. You may want to rush into telling someone everything I'm hearing, but there's a sense of understanding that slowly, it's all good, there's plenty of time. Grounding it. Saturn in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, Moon in Leo. Fast communication. Exciting communication. But it's been guided and it's karmic. It's karmic. It's here to help you heal, I'm hearing. So don't block off from it. Don't build the walls. Allow yourself to open. Be the love today. Feel the love. Open up your heart and give warmly. Don't hoard your beauty. Don't hoard your riches. Show all of yourself. Show all of yourself. Be vulnerable. It's fun. Because something needs to break away within you. I'm hearing this is the Pluto energy. This is transformation. This is also Uranus and Taurus. Something's crumbling away inside of you. It's the walls. The walls are crumbling down, I'm hearing. The walls come crashing down. You're even dropping the drawbridge. Because you even built a moat. Not only had walls, but you had a moat with 5 even dragons I'm hearing, but dragons don't generally live in moats like these kind of plesiosaurs from the dinosaur age and elasmosaurus. But they're not fire breathing. This is just a pure fantasy. Anyway, you had a moat, you had walls. It's all crumbling away. It's crumbling away because it's time to trust. It's time to learn the lessons. We have the Capricorn energy here, and then we have the Three of Water. So who are you going to trust? The devil, which is your ego. Devil, blah, blah. So I'm not talking about, God and the devil, not the devil in that sense. It's ego. It's our lower selves rather than our higher selves, living in joy or living with addiction and looking outside ourselves for love and fulfillment, when it always comes internally. Bare feet dancing in the rain. What do you need for that? You just need yourself and the willingness to open up to do it, to dance with reckless abandon, to open your heart with reckless abandon. Don't allow fear to get in your way. Allow the walls to crumble away today. I could go on for ages, but I'm not going to. It's already at 16 minutes. That's long enough. So I have the journey of love here. And that one just wanted to flew out. That one just wanted to fly out. And it's called the breaking, yeah? The breaking in the tower. Interesting. Transformational energy of Pluto. Something's breaking away. You're letting someone in. The walls are falling down. Conditioning. Yeah, all conditioning's just old conditioning. There's epiphanies of where you've just stopped yourself by the way you've been thinking. Your thoughts have kept you stuck. Your narratives, the stories, the past conditions, the internal chatter. Our persona, our personality is shaped by the adults around us and their narratives at the time. But we still have that spark that we all come with. And that's our goal, to get back to that, to get back to this childlike playfulness that is the moon in Leo. Hanging out with your friends. Sorry, don't know what happened to my voice then. Hanging out with your friends and just really letting go. Being in the moment, in celebration. So the breaking, okay? Ready? You are breaking apart. You might not understand it at all. There is not much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean it is easy to endure. You may worry you're going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back together again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? Well, you could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, then dive into the storm. Let yourself be brokenhearted by the divine so that you can become your truth, become all that you're meant to be. It is better to have heart broken so that it grows than to be brokenhearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. Keep your heart open. That's the subtle difference, heartbroken or brokenhearted. So soften into it. Allow yourself time to heal, yeah, for sure. But then to soften back into it is beautiful. It's messy. But it's always worth it. This oracle brings compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness or anger, despair, or frustration you may feel, you are being pulled apart, not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which have kept you from your divine realization. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. And there's a little poem at the end, love. Love is a special closeness that sings from the heart, that warms my days and nights, that feels good, that makes me smile, that makes me glad to be alive. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone's presence, and I shall see you tomorrow.